What's up, guys and gals at home? Today we're going to be not reacting. I'm going to be discussing what I think about the whole Jake Paul looting at some store situation. So, what you're going to be seeing here is the video, and you're going to see some Madden gameplay while I'm commentating on the situation. So, basically, any commentary channel like Leafy back in 2016.
So over the weekend, as I'm sure a lot of you guys probably saw, I became the #1 trending topic on Twitter. People were mad at me because they assumed that me and my friends were looting, vandalizing, and breaking down storefronts.
I think I know why people are mad. You want to know why, Jake? It's because you were caught with a bottle of, I presume, the vodka, whatever, at some, I think, Chinese restaurant. I'm not sure. I just know you just stole some vodka.
And that's the way it looked on camera. However, that isn't the case, and there's a lot more to not only that story, but there's tons of other issues and things that we need to address about what's going on with America right now. And I just want to dive in immediately to say what happened to George Floyd isn't okay, and there needs to be.
Listen here. Why do you have to be a part of the problem with Black Lives Matter? I get it going after the police stations, well, the Pacific one who killed George Floyd. But if you're just gonna riot and blow malls up with fireworks or however the thing went down, like if you're just gonna trespass on a mall, which was clearly locked down due to the riots or it was closing time anyway. I don't know, this dude's just stupid. But you clearly caught with a bottle of vodka that was stolen from, I think it was a restaurant called Le Ching's, I don't know. But you just got to own up to the problem and say, yeah, I know, I'm sorry. Like, I got caught with it.
There's no room in America for police brutality and racism. The fact that people still have a mindset to treat other people differently based on their skin color is absurd. And as someone...
Okay, I gotta say, I'm glad that you're looking at the problems with America, but America's looking at the problems with you. Since you were caught and you're not saying sorry in this video, and if you are saying sorry, I probably skipped over it in editing. Yeah, but why were you there? Why? Like, I just don't get it.
In America for police brutality and racism. The fact that people still have a mindset to treat other people differently based on their skin color is absurd. And as someone who is a believer in change and making change and someone who wants to take action, I've always tried to use my platform to raise awareness.
Oh, you do want to make a change. Oh, since you want to raise awareness, like how you accused FaZe Banks of assaulting your, I guess, assistant that probably quit because she was getting so much backlash from that. I remember that story. Wasn't around. My YouTube channel wasn't around back then. And I remember that. You keep on having fake beefs with your brother. Yeah, I remember that. How you basically were talking about the Suicide Forest situation that was happening, I think back in 2018. Yeah, I remember that. I remember all the stuff you did. You're just trying to raise awareness. Yeah, I remember that.
Platform to raise awareness for things that I believe in. It personally upsets me when people have the power to make a difference and they don't. It's easy to just post something on social media, which I've done. It's easy just to donate to a cause, which I've done.
Oh, I get you're just trying to raise awareness, like I said, by doing a fake giveaway for I think it was either cash or an iPhone. I think it was the newest iPhone, and yeah, and you say, and how is that gonna work for Black Lives Matter? And when you have like a Black Lives Matter donation thing on the side of your video, which has been proven fake, you can look up YouTube videos on that. How are you gonna get out of this one, Jake Paul? How are you gonna get out of this?
But I'm the type of person who wants to be ground floor and involved in the change firsthand. And this situation to me felt no different from when I went down to help with the hurricanes in Houston.
Oh, and he went to Houston to help those guys, to help everyone during hurricane, right? Watch out. You wanna know why? Because that's also been proven false. You did that just for views. Look up videos on YouTube. Everything you done on YouTube has been proven false. You put fake allegations on everyone. You've been proven false. How are we supposed to believe you on this one?
Since I was a kid, I've constantly volunteered for organizations, donated to charitable causes, and wanted to be involved in my community. And this George Floyd tragedy wasn't something that I could just look past. And being a filmmaker and someone who documents virtually everything that happens in my life to be able to share it with the world, I wanted to use my platform and film what was going on and what is going on in our country as we speak, to be able to share and spread the message to the world and raise awareness that we shouldn't just be standing there doing nothing. So when
Boy, nah, we all know you weren't there for documentary purposes. You handed a bottle, I think it was vodka, and you decided to keep it, which is the later point in the video, which you said, I dropped it. Watch out. Look at those videos. I want you to look at those videos for me, and look at that bottle, and tell me if you see Jake Paul put down that bottle. And if you see that, I will delete this whole video if you send me the link of him dropping the bottle, like, on the ground, like, just leaving it there instead of just taking it.
So when we heard that there was protests that were going to be taking place in Arizona, we wanted to be involved and show our support. The story of what happened is actually pretty simple, and it was twisted and exploited by the media to be something that it wasn't.
No, don't blame the media. Blame yourself for being there. Why was it your idea? I bet it was your idea, not your management team. And you want to spread awareness. We could just look at the news. The riots are going on. People are going to get hit. People are getting hit by the police as we speak. Probably, I'm not sure. But why? Why were you there? Why?
That it wasn't. Right around 10 p.m. when the protests were supposed to be starting, we followed people to where everyone said that the protests were happening. As we started to walk down the street, we were blown away by what we were starting to see. The first thing I saw was when I looked to the right and saw that the side of a mall window had been completely shattered. Then as we kept on going, we noticed that all of the buildings in the whole entire area, the glass was completely shattered. Quite frankly, I was in shock and didn't know what to make of the situation. But we kept on walking because we still hadn't seen where people were protesting, and we still wanted to be involved.
Now, why would you just trust random people on the street? Like, don't trust random people on the street, because that's obviously going to lead you to riots. And if you claim you were just going to protest like you was, why just ask your Twitter followers, ask anyone, like, ask your Twitter followers. The ones who are going to be protesting is going to tell you where it's at. Like, if it's going to be on a highway, yes, it's going to be on a highway. For example, I-10 in New Orleans. But oh my god, just why? Okay, and another reason I think you're lying is just like, why did you enter like a mall when it was closed, and why were you blowing up fireworks on mall, like oh my god, just you're just stupid.
And that's when I saw probably 80 cops standing shoulder to shoulder, just like looking out into the crowd. As I was approaching, more people were gathering the protest, and about 200 yards down the street from me was an Apple store that was getting completely ransacked. I saw dozens of people breaking down the glass, running into the store, grabbing whatever they could, and leaving. The battalion of cops was in between me and the Apple store. And as I started to walk down the street more, all of a sudden out of nowhere I hear a boom, and see this thing flying in the air at my feet. It lands 2 feet away from me, explodes, and like this big gas cloud comes, hits me in the side of the face. I start choking, coughing, running backwards, and was completely in shock at what the fuck had just happened. Here I am, just a person walking down the street, and all of a sudden I'm getting tear gas shot at me.
Now you can see where the stupidity lies. Why? I thought you were protesting on the street. I thought you were protesting, not walking down the street. I might be taking your words out of context, but I'm just gonna say it. Like, why were you trusting random people?
2 feet away from me, explodes, and like this big gas cloud comes, hits me in the side of the face. I start choking, coughing, running backwards, and was completely in shock at what the fuck had just happened. Here I am, just a person walking down the street, and all of a sudden I'm getting tear gas shot at me. This is when I got pissed the fuck off. This must just be a small fraction of what people are facing on a day-to-day basis with police. As I started to retreat, there was 3 more canisters of tear gas shot at me and the group of people around us. At that point in time, not only was I pissed, not only was I in shock, and not able to really see because my eyes were fucked up, but I just didn't know what the fuck to do, and I was documenting the whole entire thing.
So you could have gotten out there, yes. You could have gotten out there. You could have closed the cameras, closed everything down. Well, you can't close the rock, but you know what I mean, Jake. You could have closed everything down, and you could have just walked out of there. Everybody would have still been protesting. Everybody would have still been fighting. You would have been, you would have walked off free if you just wasn't there. How I know that? 'Cause we seen it time and time again. You remember the Alyssa Violet and FaZe Banks stuff. We all thought he was gonna get his career ended, but no, he walked away perfectly fine after that drama. And it's just stupid.
Is going on. I remove myself from that situation and go across the street. This is where I find about 15 people breaking down the front of a PF Chang's store. And this is one of the most absurd things I have ever seen in my fucking life. Some kid came up to me and asked me if I needed a first aid kit and offered me milk to pour into my eyes to help with the tear gas. Another girl's breaking down the front of the store. People are inside of it, trashing it, stealing stuff from the inside. Meanwhile, throughout this chaos, half the group that we were with got separated and we were trying to locate them and find them. During all this confusion, chaos, sensory overload, sirens, things exploding, someone comes up to me while I'm filming, just hands me something. I didn't even know what it was at the time, to later find out that someone handed me a bottle of vodka. For what reason, I don't know. Seconds later, I set the bottle on the ground, still not even knowing what it is, and I continue to document what the fuck was going on.
Let me get this straight. You couldn't identify what the shape of a bottle is. I'm pretty sure everyone knows what the shape of a bottle is. It has a pretty distinct shape. But he still continues to hold the camera. But as you see in the footage, that was on social media, mainly I think it was Snapchat, he had the bottle and he was still holding the camera. And then as he claims, he dropped the bottle since he didn't know what it was and his eyes were still messed up. How did he hold the camera? How did he know everything was working? How did you know everything was working, Jake? How? And on that note, I'm just going to be ending the video here. I can't handle much more of this dude's retardedness. And like, subscribe, comment what was your favorite thing about this video. And yeah, if you want to give me some solid evidence that he did put down the bottle and just leave me a link, and I will look at the video myself and see like if he really did put down the bottle. See you in the next video.